Yo, what is up, you guys? It is Duke, and I'm here to do One Piece chapter 795 review Suicide. And we're 5 chapters away from chapter 800, and which means we only have around 203 chapters left of One Piece. Well, doubt it, but yeah, around that many chapters of One Piece because Dressrosa, almost 100 chapters could have fit 2 arcs in there. Literally could have fit 2 arcs in there. Actually, if you break it in half, Dressrosa is literally 2 arcs in one. Like if you think about it, like basically part one is basically the Caesar delivery and the Coliseum part of the arc, and part two, and then like the Law Rescue arc, and then the Law Rescue part, and then part two of the Dressrosa arc is basically Birdcage, them getting there, the final battles versus Dofi, and all that shit. That's basically Dressrosa. It's basically just 2 arcs in one. But anywho, this particular chapter of One Piece, we got Nami, Chopper, Brook, and Sanji back with Caesar. But who gives a fuck about Caesar? I'm just saying, who gives a fuck about Caesar? And they're on this island. I don't think it's Zoe because this island looks like it's one of those a summer island, one of those prehistoric summer islands, to be honest. And like they're basically being chased by a bunch of dudes, a bunch of people, like, and they have horns and stuff like that. And we see a little skirmish between Brook and one of like, I guess Sheephead Sama. I think that's his name was called Sheephead Sama. That was the manga Panda translation, but he was called Sheepshed Sama in the manga stream translation. And yeah, like he got like and Brook and like his devil fruit power, like he called it sheep's horn, and like you see his like hands turning into like horn, and like sheep horns, I guess, and like you see some markings going around it. So if you was sheep, like the sheep doing, you would expect him to be a Zoan. But I've never seen a Zoan type devil fruit user like turn his own hands into horns like that. He, I don't think he's an awakened Zoan because like just to like manipulate your hands. Like I get like Zoans, they can turn their hands into that animal base if they're going to like to the humanoid hybrid form of their devil fruit. But I never seen literally just turn, if you're like a sheep, and like you literally just turn your freaking hands into horns. I've never seen that with a devil fruit user. So it's possible that this could be an artificial devil fruit user in Kaido, I'm part of Kaido's crew and stuff like that. And there was like 3 others, like, and they had horns on their heads too. And I'm like, so all these like Zoan devil fruit users and stuff like that? Because Kaido has 500 Zoan users in his crew, and I think that's his main crew alone because he does have sub crews like Whitebeard. Law explained that before the Dressrosa arc began. So then after that we move on to and like Fujitora, he's not gonna capture Luffy and Law that night and stuff like, well, that day and stuff like that. And Rebecca, she's now the heir to the Rikudo family because she, well, basically this is how the royalty worked back in the days, and Oda's basically basing off this. And if you've seen Lion King, you'll know this too. Like movies like Lion King, like where basically evil uncle, he kills the father who's the king, and then like he does something to the son where the son, he's like never to be seen again, and then he becomes king. um basically the firstborn child of a king and queen, they're the heir to the throne. But and the secondborn child, which is like the little sibling to the firstborn child, they're the next heir to the throne. But if something happens to the firstborn child, the secondborn becomes the heir to the throne. But that's the thing. Here's where like it gets iffy. If something happens to the firstborn and the firstborn actually had a kid before that happened to him or her, that kid becomes like supersedes the secondborn child and becomes the heir to the throne. That's how it works back in royalty and stuff like that. So Rebecca, she's actually the rightful heir to, by default, to the Rikuto family, and I kind of expected this because even if Viola was the heir, she would still she wouldn't be able to take the throne because she would still be considered a criminal since she was an executive of the Don Quixote family. And now that Doflamingo is now defeated and stuff like that, the Don Quixote family is being arrested and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they would still like eventually they'll place a bounty on her head and go try and capture her. That's just the way it is. So Viola, she can't stay on Dressrosa any longer, which means there's a good chance she's joining the crew, and I can see her being a good addition to the crew. And I believe that she's the only person to join the crew without any basically any major uproar because, well, and it's the most logical because one, Bartholomew, I know so many people love him, but he's an ally. He's gonna be an ally to the crew, not like a official member of the crew because he has his own crew. Like he can't just abandon his own crew just to join the Straw Hats. I mean, seriously, like that's a huge no in Luffy's book. Like if you abandon your Nakama just for something to pursue something else, you think Luffy's gonna freaking be cool with that? Hell no, he ain't. And so basically Bellamy, the fan base is gonna get pissed if Bellamy joins. I swear, the fan base is gonna get pissed if Bellamy joins, because Bellamy sucks. Viola, she's actually shown that she's quite she can hold her own for a bit and stuff like that, and she's willing to put her life on the line. She's shown this, and we need like a badass female character, and Viola is starting to fit the description. So, like, just give her like the astronomy thing and make her a straw hat. Because Viola, I really do enjoy her as a character, and she's actually the most well balanced character in One Piece, to be honest. Like female character, because female characters in One Piece, massive boobs that should be breaking their backs, but yet they have no ass and stuff like that. But Viola, well balanced. So yeah. Anywho, enough of that. Let me stop deviating. Let's move on to the good shit. So we go to Kid's base, and something crashes down on Kid's base and stuff like that, and they start talking about how there were rumors of Sky Island and stuff like that, and apparently, damn it, Mad Monk, he was chilling up there with his crew. Apparently, the Sky Island Mad Monk was the abandoned Baron Terminal is above Kid's base. And I'm like, so Mad Monk was above there the whole time. And honestly, when I read this chapter the first time on Manga Panda, I'll get onto that later because from the way Manga Panda made it perceive, it's like, oh shit. Like Kaido, he basically knew that Doflamingo was taken down and he ain't getting smiles anymore way beforehand. So that's what Manga Panda made it seem. Manga Stream, no, Kaido still thinks that Doflamingo is still making smiles and stuff like that. But yeah, so basically, Mad Monk, he basically sees Kaido, and Kaido, he's trying to commit suicide because he finds it amusing as a hobby and stuff like that because he can't die for some reason. Like, he can't die. I don't know if it's a devil fruit or if that's just the way he is because there was a theory that Kaido, his devil fruit, he's a mystic Zoan type, and from the looks of it, he really is because from his character design and stuff like that, he's an Oni. From what it looks, like this reviewer, I sometimes watch. His name is Rogers Base. He comes up with One Piece theories, and like he's like the second most accurate One Piece theorist to me. He's like the second best One Piece theorist, behind Alpha Tuflate. Alpha Tuflate, he's the best One Piece theorist. Oh, bar none, man, bar none. And Rogers Base, his theory was that basically. Kaido, he ate the Oni no Mi, and thus making him a Mystic Zoan type, and like basically Onis are like made up of different creatures and stuff, different animals and stuff like that, and I guess that would henceforth the name 100 Beast Kaido, and making him the world's strongest creature. So yeah, I did find that very fascinating and stuff like that, and honestly, like Kaido, his character design, sick. It's sick, man. It keeps the comedic humor of One Piece. But his character design is really sick. It's in a good way, in a very good way. I really like his character design. And basically, he was captured by the Yonko and other Yonko and the Navy 18 times, and he was only defeated seven times. But like to be captured by the Navy and Yonko 18 times, and they tried to spear him, guillotine him, and hang him, and here's the thing, I'm pretty sure the Navy would use Kairoseki on Kaido if he was a Devil Fruit user, and yet. Because like whenever like when they're about to execute Ace, for instance, like they had Kairoseki ready for him, so they could execute him without him turning into anything or anything like that. Kaido, they tried executing him and stuff like that, did not work. And I'm pretty sure they probably use Kairoseki, so, and it still didn't work, which means there's a good chance, I don't know. And here's another factor: Kaido, I'm pretty sure he didn't even know there was an island below him when he jumped. So there's a good chance that Kaido may not be a Devil Fruit user and may actually be an Oni. And if so, that means Onis are actually their own species in One Piece. And from what it said, Onis are immortal. So yeah, ow. So and yeah, so Kaido, he's basically from what it seems, he can't be killed. And he landed right in front of Kid. Like, oh my god, the face fucking Hawkins had. He was like, oh shit, Kid. And people were saying like, oh, they're gonna form an alliance with Kaido and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, Kaido's just gonna make them his bitch. Yeah, he's gonna make them his bitches, just like he did Drake. And I'm pretty sure Kid, like you already know Kid. He freaking blows a fuse, and he always blows a fuse and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't join hands with Kaido to take down Shanks. I know Kaido and Shanks have a history and stuff like that, but I don't think Kid would. Kid, like, it doesn't seem in his nature at all to join forces with Kaido and stuff like that. It seems like seriously, I mean, from what I can tell, is either Kaido's gonna leave, just gonna strut off and leave, or just freaking maybe murk Kid and Apu and freaking Hawkins. I don't know, but yeah. Yo, like, oh my god, Hawkins oh shit face. Hawkins oh shit face. That was hilarious. His oh shit face. In the manga Panda version, this was the thing. In the manga Panda version of this chapter, when Kaido says that he's gonna start the War of the Century and stuff like that, he says that as a shout out to Doflamingo, as if he's gonna start a war with Doflamingo and take him down. That's what it was perceived to be in the manga Panda translation. Manga Panda was way off. Like he Kaido, because like this is, I was about to say this before like the manga stream translation came out to confirm it. I was about to say this. Look, this is what happened in the manga Panda version. So Kaido, he basically in chapter 793, 792, 793. He basically read the paper before his boys were calling out for him in chapter 793, and he couldn't believe it. So he ran, like, I don't know if he flew or just jumped all the way up to Sky Island, to the nearest Sky Island, and he just couldn't believe it. And he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna kill myself," and he freaking jumps off, and he's like, "Ah, fuck, I really can't die." And he's like, "Yo, Doflamingo, you're fucking dead, man. We're going to war, man. We're going to war." That's basically what it was perceived to be in the manga Panda translation. What Kaido was perceived to have said in the manga Panda translation. Manga Panda was fucking off. Manga Panda was fucking off, man. Manga Panda was fucking off. Manga Stream, it was more reasonable. He was like, "Hurry up, Joker. I'm getting freaking sick and tired of this shit, and I want to start. I want to light the flame of the biggest war this world has ever seen." Which means Kaido, he still thinks that Doflamingo is still producing smiles, and he's still waiting for them. So once he gets the news, oh shit, and I guess we still have to wait until CP0 shows up. Yeah, because CP0 is heading back to Dressrosa, probably to get Flamingo. I know Sabo said CP0 is after them, but most likely to get Flamingo. Most likely to get Flamingo back. So yeah, yo, if Kaido goes over there, oh shit, man, oh no, oh no. But yeah, that's pretty much the chapter and stuff like that. And the narration of the chapter, like where they were talking about like the law of this world is basically the strong will survive and stuff like that, and the weak won't. And the narration, the narrator, what Oda did, like with the narrator and stuff like that, it was fantastic. Like it gave the perfect amount of hype. It gave the perfect amount of hype. Even though it was just a couple pages of narration and stuff like that, it gave the perfect amount of hype for Kaido. It was easily like one of the best villain entrances in One Piece. I get, like, no, one of the best entrances in One Piece. Period. It was comedic and epic at the same time. Very comedic and epic at the same time. Jumping 10,000 meters in from the air and freaking crash landing on Kid's base. Yo. Yeah, but anywho, chapter overall, highest rating possible. 6. It's a yo chapter. It's a yo this shit is hot chapter. Fuck it. It's phenomenal. It's glorious. It was a great chapter. We finally got the last of the 4 emperors. And shit is gonna go down. Shit from what, and like Oda, he's basically taking a different approach this time. Like this approach this time, he's already hopping straight into new stuff and stuff like that, because we thought like they're just gonna spend a few chapters on the boat and stuff like that, get into where they need to be, and no, he's just starting new stuff. So that's good. He's just hopping right into the action and everything. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. So overall chapter 6, bar none. And tell me what you thought. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm Duke. Have a good day, people.